Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn about physics SSC for the purpose of examinations. The lesson name Reflection of Light Through Curved Surfaces. Very simply, what are the main concepts for the examination we are going to discuss now. So look at here. So the important concepts I wrote here. Firstly, we will discuss what is reflection. Then about spherical mirrors, then about rules for radiograms, and then after formulas, then after rules for sign convention, then after radiograms of concave mirror and convex mirror. This is the main thing in the chapter. Then uses of mirrors, compulsory question in the examination about the applications and mirrors uses, and experiments, then problems, and also so on. Okay, details will go now about this one. So, first, what is reflection? Reflection means what? So, reflection means everybody can say bouncing back of light rays called reflection. Where will happen reflection? Everywhere reflection will happen. Everywhere, whatever it is. On every surface, reflection can occur. Without reflection property, we can't see anything in the world. That is the most important. For example, somebody is saying reflection is on only mirrors. No, on every surface reflection will be there except transparent surface. For example, on board the light is coming and falling on the board and coming to your eyes. So it can be visible to you. So this is very important. Reflection is there on every surface. So for example, here see, this is the surface, plain surface. So when light falls like this, why is our light always falls like this? No, any direction can fall. But I am saying this direction. See, now it will go like this. This we can estimate the position of the rays, incident ray, reflected ray by normal line only. Normal line which is perpendicular to the surface. However, the surface. This is called incident ray. So you know already. So this is a reflector ray. So this is a normal line. If light goes in a straight if course, this total is called deviation angle D. But light is not going like this, it is deviating this much. So this is deviation. The angle between normal line to incident ray is called I, incident angle, and also angle of reflection, normal line to reflector. Then reflection loss, number one is angular is equals to angular, you know already. Number two is incident ray, reflector ray, and a normal line lies on the same plane. One plane, 2D plane. On the 2D plane, every this ray, three or lies on the same plane. So these two are the rules. So this is for regular reflection on smooth surface. One more irregular reflection is there, that is different, no difference. Now here, according to this rule, angular, somebody asking in the entrance examination, the deviation angle how much? How can we find the deviation angle? Very simple, deviation angle D is equals to 180 minus I plus R. 180 minus I plus R, because this total is 180. Actually this is 180. This angle is 180. In that I will be there, R will be there. If I remove these two, remaining I will get this one. So this is a deviation angle. Deviation angle is 180 minus, I can write 2I, R 180 minus, I can write 2R also, because I, R both are equal. So I can write like that, very simple. Okay, now spherical mirrors. This is our chapter actually. The spherical mirrors means the mirrors which are in curved surface. Which are in curved surface are called spherical mirrors. This is a plane mirror. For example, if it is a mirror, this is a plane mirror. When it bends, spherical mirrors. So those are two types. One is a concave mirror, this is a convex mirror. Concave mirror means if the mirror bends inwards, then it is called concave mirror. If the mirror bends outwards, then it is called convex mirror. So this is concave mirror because when light falls on this one like this, all the rays will come to a point. From down also same, all the rays will come to a point. So this mirror is called converging mirror because all are coming to a point. That's why it is called converging mirror. So it is also called as positive mirror. Converging mirror, positive mirror, concave mirror. In the case of convex mirror, when light falls on this one, this can diverge. This can diverge in all directions like this. So this is the diverging mirror as well as it is also called as negative mirror. See here some points are there. For example, if I take one circle, sphere, this is the center, the line which is going is principal axis, this is the principal axis, imagine. Now if I cut this part and close this one, then it is called concave mirror, inside open. So here this is called C, center of curvature, center of that one, and the middle we call it as focus point F. So this is called pole, center of the mirror. Pole to focus is called focal length, small f. Pole to center is called the radius of curvature, capital R. Principal axis, focus point, center of the curvature for two mirrors. This is the center of curvature for the concave, this is also center of curvature for the convex. These are small part in the sphere. So this is the relation is here, R is equals to always 2 into F, focal length, 2 into focal length. So next topic, rules for the ray diagrams. Most important rules for the ray diagrams for 4 marks, they are asking even concave and convex separate, but I am taking once concave and convex at a time I am teaching, just to listen carefully. First rule number 1, only 3 rules, very simple. Rule number 1, if the incident light ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection it passes through focus. For example, this is the concave mirror. If the incident light ray is parallel, after reflection it passes through focus, compulsory. In the same sense, convex also. If the incident light ray is parallel, after reflection it appears to passes through focus. It appears to passes through focus. How? Like this. It is coming like appears from focus. It is going. So this is the first rule. Second rule, same. Rule number 2, same, vice versa, quite opposite. If the incident light ray passes through focus, after reflection it is parallel to principal axis. See, if the incident light ray passes through focus like this, after reflection it is parallel to principal axis. In the same sense, if it appears to passes through focus like this, it is going to focus, then it should be parallel to principal axis. Very simple. In the third, okay, look at this. For example, third rule. If the incident light ray passes through C, center of curvature, after reflection, again it passes through same center of curvature. See, yes, this is F, this is C. If it goes incident light ray like this, C, again after reflection it goes through C1. Right, arrow mark this. Here also, if it appears to passes through focus, center of curvature, like this, straight, then again you have to give the arrow mark, say that will go up and down. Why sir dotted lines? Because that light not goes inside. That is appears to. That's the way I image. So this is third rule, most important from these rules. They are asking 2 marks questions for the complete the ray diagrams. So in that ray diagrams, complete the ray diagrams, they are asking questions. Later I will give the questions to you. Okay, don't bother about that one. See here some formulas. Here we are using only one formula mainly, but I wrote here 3. Mirror formula, 1 by f is equals to 1 by u plus 1 by v. F is the focal length, u is the objective distance, v is the image distance. Number 2, magnification. M is equals to minus v by u, otherwise hi by ho. Object image height by objective height. R is equals to 2 into focal length. So here magnification is very important to us in further classes also. Magnification means it deals about only the image. How the image big or small, it can explain to us. So that is the ratio between the image distance by objective distance. Otherwise the ratio between image height by objective height. So these are the formulas. The important topic in the lesson is ray diagrams. So through the ray diagrams, so much information will be there. We have to know that one. So ray diagrams, in that I am taking concave mirror ray diagrams. Concave mirror. See, what is concave mirror ray diagrams? 6 positions are there. In 6 positions we can keep the object. First one, objective is at infinity. Infinity means 1 meter, 2 meter, 200 kilometers, stars, whatever it is, that is infinity only. So now in that first one is ray diagram. This is a ray diagram. Ray diagram, this is a concave mirror. This pointer is called a pole, the center of the mirror. Pole to focus is called focal length already. Pole to center of curvature is called radius of curvature or focal length. So when object is at infinity, the rays comes like this parallel. Blindly remember, if the rays are parallel, the objective is at infinity, that's it. Now like this, these are coming. Not only parallel, like this also will come. All the rays parallel, all incident rays are parallel, not to 2 principal axes, no problem. Now look at, when it is parallel, you know the first rule, when it is parallel, it should go through focus. Parallel should go through focus. Parallel should go through focus. Parallel should go through focus. So these reflected rays are meet at a point, that point is called focus. At focus that will meet, here the image will form. This is the image. So now the properties of image next one. What type of properties? Nature is real and inverted. Real and inverted. See here, real and inverted. Real means the rays, the image formed due to converging light rays is called real image. Diverging is virtual image. So this should form on screen only, that should be inverted. Real image always forms on screen. When you keep one screen here, it will appear. I will show the mirror in this video. We'll see after that. Next video we'll show. Positions mean where it forms at focus. Size, how much size? Very small, or highly diminished. Highly diminished, very small. So the next category, sign convention. Sign convention, here I have 5 rules are there. I will read that 5 rules. You have to remember, that is also 4 marks question, very important. See this. All the distances should measure from the pole. First one, all the distances should measure from the pole. For example, if you want to measure objective distance, from pole to objective you have to measure. Pole to C you have to measure. Pole to F you have to measure. From pole only you have to measure whatever it is. That is the first part. Number 2. If the distance is measured in incident light direction, taken as positive. That means incident light, this is incident light, it is going like this. If you measure in this direction, taken as positive. From pole to back. Third point, if the distance is measured opposite to incident light, then it is taken as negative. Opposite is negative. For example, see, Object ray, where it is? Here object. From where incident ray, how it is going? Like this going. How we have to measure from E to there? So it is negative, opposite way of measuring. Next, fourth rule. If object or image lies above the principal axis, if it is above the principal axis object or image, that height should be taken as positive. If last point, if object or image lies below the principal axis, that height take it as negative. 5 rules, very very important. You should write. Stop the video and write once again. Very very important 5 rules. So according to that sign convention I am doing here, very carefully see here. Now see, first object to distance. Object where it is here. From where you have to measure? From P to there you have to measure. Incident light, how it is going? Like this going. So opposite I am going negative. Incident light coming like this, we are measuring like this. Negative. Image distance. Here image no. You have to measure from here only. Light going like that only. Negative. Focal length also the distance between focus. Negative. And also height of object. Height of object here we can't find that because up is there, down is there, we don't know. For next situation we can go. Okay, that is sign convention. Next D, magnification, most important. Everybody confused here. Magnification formula, I am wrapping this one. Just M is equal to minus V by U, M equal to H by H. Very simple, remember. Magnification means it explains only about the image. How image big one, how image small. So here image smaller, bigger, small. So if it is small, you have to take M less than. Small means M less than. If it is real image, should take minus. If it is virtual image, take plus. Now it is 1. Why 1 I am taking? Because M less than minus 1 means in CBSE they asked comment on this one. We can comment. We can write comment. M less than minus 1 means less means small size. Minus means real and inverted. That's it. Real and inverted. Less than means small size. Greater than means big size. So here is small size image, so less than minus 1 I am taking. Very simple, like this. You have to know about 6 ray diagrams. One more ray diagram I am going. Okay, see friends. Now the second position. Where should we take? Objective is beyond C. Beyond C means C beyond this one. Like this. I am taking the object. This object. Now I am drawing a ray diagram. How I am drawing? First is parallel to principal axis. When it is parallel, after reflection it passes through focus. You know the first rule. Second rule. If it is passing through focus, should be a parallel after reflection. Here image will form. Where it is coinciding, there image will form. Image size is small. Now see nature. It should be real and inverted only, no? Because it forms on screen reversal. Real and inverted image. Where it forms between F and C, most important. Between F and C it is formed small size. Small size in physics we call as diminished. Diminished. Sign convention you can get already. All these minus HO, object to height, up, so positive, down is negative. Remaining you know already previously we discussed. Magnification, small size image no? Then objective is small. So M less than minus 1. Why minus? Real image. Why small? Or less than small size. So next diagram. Yes, third one sequence. If object is on C, is on C. So I am taking on C. This object first is the parallel, focus, then parallel. So same image forms on C only. So this is on C only. So the properties once you see, it is a real and inverted compulsory because it is a reversed image converging like this. Forms on screen only. Position where it is on C. Center of curvature. Size, same size. Same size, no big, no small. Sign convention, same. Image down is minus, up is plus. Magnification. If now same size now. So M equal to -1 because -y it is a real image. Y equal because it is the same size. So this is very important in the exam they are asking. So next diagram. When object is between F and C. Between F and C if I take the object, first is parallel through focus, next to focus, parallel, here image will form. So here see, now the properties is nature, it is real and inverted again. Position beyond C, it is beyond C. Size enlarged, big one, enlarged. Now sign convention same, magnification, big size. So M greater than -1. Why minus? Real image. Why greater than big size image? Most important. Yes, next diagram. If object 2 is on F, at focus if I take that. At focus if I take this is the object. So first is parallel, focus, next focus not there. So third rule I am taking, center of curvature like this. So when it is goes center of curvature, again it is goes to the same center of curvature. They are going to meet somewhere. So where can I take? So the big size image will form. That should be real image. So the property C, it is also real and inverted image, and also in position at infinity. So it should be forms at infinity, long distance. It is highly enlarged. You can take highly enlarged. Sign convention same, and also magnification same. M greater than -1 because big size greater than minus is the real image. Now last is very important for the concave mirror. Just you see. This is very important application, the last diagram. When object 2 is between F and P, most important. This is P, you know. For the diagrams, I am not keeping this one dotted. This is a shaded part because of concave. So when you take between F and P, FP, first is the parallel, focus. Second is the center of curvature. So while going, these are diverging, going back. So they never meet at this point. So never forms real image. So that forms only virtual image backside when I extend it back. So this is a big size image forms inside the mirror. So that nature is the image forms due to diverging light rays. Due to diverging light rays, it is virtual image that not forms on screen. Directly we can see in the mirror only. Regularly we are seeing our face in the mirrors. No, that is 100% is a virtual image, not real image. So here see nature, it is virtual and erect. So here position is behind the mirror. Behind the mirror or inside the mirror. Behind the mirror or inside. Highly enlarged it is. Sign convention once you see, first object to distance. Object to distance, incident ray, this is incident ray going. This is a pole, we have to measure objective from here to there. Incident light is going like this. So it is negative, opposite. Image, I am going here only, back. Positive because incident light is going like this. I am going like this, positive. Next focal length again, negative. Object height, positive, image height positive. Because both are upside down. So magnification. Magnification means you know already it is a big size virtual image. So M greater than +1. M greater than +1. This position is very important for the use of ENT doctors, even beauty parlor, and also shaving mirrors. This one only. When you take the mirror very close, if your face is here between F and P, you will appear like this, big. I will show that in the next part, second part of the reflection, will see the direct mirrors I will show you. So this is the ray diagrams of concave mirror. Now uses of concave mirror. Once you see the uses mainly used in torch lights and also vehicle headlights. Number 2, it is used as a solar cooker. Now next one, is used even in that telescopes, ENT doctors, beauty parlor, shaving mirror, torch lights, headlights, solar cooker, telescope. Most important uses. Remember, every time they are asking at least 2 marks. Yes. Now see, the next thing is convex mirror ray diagrams. Convex mirror ray diagrams very simple. No that many 6 because actually mirror is closed inside only back side. So no focus, no center of curve is here. So we can't keep on focus between F and C. There is nothing is there. So simply you can keep at any point. Infinity to pole. Infinity to pole, wherever you can keep same size of same properties of image will form. So I am taking somewhere the object is here. First is the parallel. Second, you know already appears to passes through focus. This is a ray, reflected ray. Second one I am taking like this. When I extend this also back, here image will form. This is the image. Small size image will form here. So this is inside and also due to divergent light rays. These are the divergent light rays inside. So it is also virtual image. We can see with our eye. So the position nature is virtual directed. Position is between F and P. Size is diminished. So sign convention once again check with your knowledge. Object to distance. This is pole number. Object to ear. So I am going incident ray. This is incident ray going like this. Object we have to go back. So that should be negative. Image same. Positive. Focal length same. Positive. And also objective height positive. Image height also positive. All are upside only. Magnification if you see. Small size image. M less than plus 1. Plus y, virtual image. Less than y, small size image. This is a convex mirror array. Very simple, only one. So next, but asking so many questions here. Always, the magnification of convex mirror is m less than plus 1 only. Always. Why? Because it forms always small size image. So it is very less. So next one is uses of convex mirror. Uses. Number one is, it is used as a security mirror in shops. Shop security mirror is a convex mirror. Number two, it is also used as a rear view mirror in vehicle. Your bike is there, bike side mirror, car side mirror is convex mirror. And also ATM, in ATM shops also one mirror will be there, that is also convex mirror. And also most important, in street lights we are using convex mirror. Once I will show the previous question from the CBSE and also state, once we'll see, just to see. Most important question. Why convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror in the vehicles? Why not concave? See here, convex mirror can cover wider field. This total area you can cover. This total area from here to here, everything will cover. All the area can cover. So, and also it can form a small size virtual image. A small size virtual image it can form. A small size virtual image. So, without turning back, we can see direct the traffic behind our vehicle. So, that's what we are using convex mirror. But concave, it forms real image that forms on back side. Again, we have to turn back. While vehicle is going, we have to turn back. Even though that is reversed image. Real image. So accidents may occur. Our vehicle will go and touch with other things. So we should not use concave mirror. And also we should not use plane mirror also. Same size will be there. It is also not suitable to use this one. Only convex. It appears very small images. Even sharp security mirror, why we use convex only? Because it can cover wider field. And also it forms a small size image. If you go to Spencer, D-Mart, big shopping malls, in that some fellows are there, they are looking for CC cameras. If no CC cameras, simply taking something and keeping inside. But that mirrors are there, convex mirror upside, that can catch you simply. That record everything in front of the convex mirror, one camera will be there. That can record. So don't go through that one. So this is very, very important. And one more application, very, very important, just to see. The question is, why we use concave mirror in vehicle headlights and also torch lights, and convex mirror in street lights? So simply see here, concave mirror, this is a concave mirror. Where we are using concave mirror in torch light means the torch light one bulb is there, bulb backside one type of white color will be there, no? In headlights also, this type of white color. That is not a mirror, just it is a reflector. It acts as a concave mirror. So, what is the duty of that one? See here, when bulb is at focus, the rays will fall on the reflector. What will happen when rays are going through focus after reflection? It is parallel to the principal axis, like this will go. So, these rays will go long distance and infinity distance. So, our torch light will be on going long distance. So, that's what we are using this concave mirror shape, a reflector. In the case of convex, in street lights, different situation that is. Actually, in street light means the light has to fall around it. So, when you take this convex mirror inside closed, yeah. So, the rays will fall like this and will fall like this. What will happen when falls the rays on the convex mirror? It can diverge in all area. Like this will go in all the areas. So light will fall. So that's what they are using this convex mirror in the street lights. Okay friends, this is the part 1. Part 2, I am going to show you direct experiment and I want to show you the apparatus, convex mirror, concave mirror, and also some problems are there along with solar cooker is there. That will take another class. I hope you understood very well. If you have any doubt, you can comment on this one. Yes, you can ask the doubt. Our number is also is there in that. You can ask the doubt, everything, and go through perfect 2-3 times. If you go and listen, it will be very easy. No need practice again and again. Only radiograms has to practice. One more question, radiograms question will give in part 2. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oni. Thank you.